Hi guys, Maima here, and I am at the end of the workday. It's tax filing season, but I really wanted to put this video out there, so I'm gonna try to multitask and pack up to go home while giving you guys basically the top reasons why your tax refund may be lower after the tax reform. Okay, so in the accounting community and everyone I know who prepares taxes, we have noticed that our phones and inboxes are blowing up. Me personally, people are calling me with questions regarding why their tax refund is lower. Now, I do want to add this: most of the questions that I'm getting, they're not from my clients. They're from prospective clients or clients who traditionally prepare their own taxes, or they may have already prepared their own taxes and they just are baffled as far as why their tax refund is so much lower. So they're calling with questions. But and I'm also getting questions from people who already got their taxes prepared by someone else, and they came across me, probably came across one of my videos, and now they are coming to me to answer questions about their tax refund. So I do want to tell you guys this: two things. For the people who prepare their own taxes, take the time and make sure you're updated regarding the Tax Cut and Jobs Acts, because this is not the year to miss out on anything. So take the time, spend the time researching, learning, and just making sure that you're not shortchanging yourself. And then for the people who've gone to somebody else to prepare their taxes, like, another tax professional, whoever you go to, just make sure that they're explaining it to you, because that's part of the service. They're just not supposed to prepare. First of all, they should interview you. And the tax code is long and complex, so a lot of times you're not going to present, there's no way to present one client with all the possible tax deductions. You kind of have to speak with your clients and get a feel of what they may qualify for by asking questions. There's some tax questionnaires that are like 20 pages long. Most clients are not even going to read the questions. So what I do is I interview my clients and ask them, and sometimes just having a casual conversation with someone, what may feel casual is how I sometimes find additional deductions for my clients. So if you're going to a tax professional, you should definitely feel like you're communicating. And when they are done preparing your taxes, they should go through what they did, and you should feel comfortable and knowledgeable. You shouldn't have to leave their office and call someone else to find out, if what they did was correct. And if you're one of those people who did that, call the person back and schedule an appointment so they can sit down with you and go over what they did. You already paid them. That's part of the service, okay? So now that we've talked about that, let's get down to the meat and potatoes. Okay. Oh, I gotta pack up my bag. Wait. So I'm gonna give you guys basically the top 4 reasons that your tax refund may be lower this year. And this video is for middle class America, which is the majority of taxpayers. For high wealth individuals, this doesn't apply. For lower income people or working class people, this video doesn't apply. So it's for middle class America, middle income America. Okay, so the number one reason why your tax refund may be lower is because the tax brackets changed last year. And most employers went ahead and they did the adjustment, and you may have seen a small increase in your take-home pay and your net pay due to the change in the tax table. But I will tell you guys to go ahead and look at the tax table, because it's a little bit misleading how they did the changes. Again, for the high income, high earners, it's obvious that it's a benefit. But for everybody else, middle class, it's very misleading how they did it, because your income you're earning threshold has changed, as well as the percentages. So when you look at it, you'll see it's a little bit odd. But anyhow, that's the number one reason. When they changed the tax brackets and when the withholding tables changed, that small increase that you received on each paycheck, that basically is part of your tax refund that you would have received now. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it's like you got your money up front, you know. Now, how much of it? That's the thing, because the next three reasons are definitely a reduction in your tax refund, or cause a reduction in the tax refund of the average middle class American. The personal exemption was completely eliminated. Now, the personal exemption, that's the exemption per person in your household. So it's basically you got an exemption for each adult. For a married couple, that will be two, and then for each child. And the amount last year was $4,050. So for a family of four, that let me tell you, that is $16,200 that you're no longer able to deduct, because they eliminated the personal exemption. Now, they did increase the standard deduction. For a single person, it's been increased to $12,000, and for head of household, it's been increased to $18,000, and for a married couple, it's now $24,000. But still, that does not replace the standard deduction and the personal exemptions that you had before. And another thing is that, I mean, most of middle America, we don't take, or does not take the standard deduction. You itemize. So that's why you're losing out. And as far as itemizing, a lot of people this year are not able to itemize, because in order to itemize, your itemized deductions have to be over your standard deduction. So that would mean for a married couple, again, I keep using a married couple example, your itemized deduction would have to be over $24,000. If it's not, then you take the standard deduction. And that brings me to reason number 3. On the schedule where you itemize, we used to be able to deduct miscellaneous deduction. A bulk of that was your employer, your employee related expenses. Basically, you work for an employer and you incur expenses and you're able to deduct it. They're ordinary and necessary expenses. They could be like work boots, uniform, protective eyewear, or a lot of my clients are in some type of sales service industry, and they had a lot of work mileage, like going to visit clients. And so you're losing all of that. That is no longer on the itemized deduction schedule, and you're no longer allowed to deduct it for a majority of taxpayers. I mean, there are particular professions that they're still able to deduct it, but for 99% of the people, that's gone. That's also where you used to be able to deduct your tax preparation fee. So that's been eliminated. That's reason number 3 why your tax refund is lower. Now, the last reason, which is another big reason, I mean, all of these are big, because at the end of the day, these were dollars that you spent with the intentions that they were going to be deductible. But your state, local, and property taxes have been capped at $10,000. Now, for a married couple where you have 2 individuals working, they could easily have paid $10,000 in state income taxes alone. So that would mean that if you own a home, none of your property taxes will be deducted at all. Now, I will say this, some states are still allowing it, so you may not be able to deduct it on federal, but you may still be able to deduct it on your state income tax return. So guys, those are the 4 top reasons why your tax refund may be lower this year. Again, this is for middle class America, but I will tell you that there is a silver lining at the end. The first is that all of these tax changes are not permanent. Most of them are set to expire in 2025 unless they're renewed. And then also, there are still ways that you can, there's a lot of loopholes in the tax system. So there are still ways that you may qualify to make decisions now that will still impact this current year, which is 2018 tax return. And then also, I mean, if you don't like your tax situation, tax planning, that's what you need to do. Get with a tax professional and plan ways to avoid what happened this year. So thanks for watching, guys. And if you have any questions, go ahead and comment below. I love hearing from you guys. Thanks for watching.